Hi everyone, I'm Urban Girl. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, this is not about serious bushcraft. So why is it called Urban Girl? Well, I live really in a very built up urban environment right in the city centre of Glasgow. And so to come into green spaces, there's plenty of them in Glasgow, but there's always a lot of noise, a lot of pollution and a lot of people and all that kind of thing. So that's why it's urban. Why is it girl? I'm not kidding you on, guys. You know, yeah. I'm at something, you know, women out in the woods having a bit of fun. It's about finding your inner child, you know. I come out here to relax and have fun and challenge myself. So today I brought the bike up because I'm in my local woodlands that I like to come to because it's accessible by bike. It's a fairly dreich day here in Glasgow. It is, you know, nearly the end of February, but yeah, it's cold, it's windy, it's been raining, so Lord knows what we're in for today. But I'm going to just set the tarp up to keep me sheltered in case it rains, and cook a bit of lunch. So you're welcome along, guys, and let's get cracking. Right, I better put my hat back on because it's quite cold. Tarp. I've got the Freesoldier 3x3 with me today. I'm just going to try an A-frame. Oh, right, that was my fault. I need to tighten up that knot. Should just really get my other guy line out. It would be big enough, but no, I like to flap about. Right, this definitely needs a better knot, for sure. Let's try that. Really like to try and get this up before the rain starts. I think it is too rain. Right, and I've managed to do it inside out. is no shortcuts when you do these things. You know, it all takes time. It doesn't help if you faff about, obviously. I mean, this is a massive, massive tarp, isn't it? Absolutely massive. I don't know what way the wind's coming from. That way. There's your answer. The wind's coming that way. Get this roughly set and then I'll sort it. I'm going to keep a door thing at this end. Just to try and cut down a bit of the wind. Right. Let's have a look. Right, there we go. Good. Not perfect, but... Right, let's get the stuff inside. I think it's going to rain any minute. So we need to hurry up. The sky's looking fairly grey and ominous, and it's already been lashing today with rain. Right, that'll do the now, because I can feel the rain coming on. I brought my cosy wax blanket. That's the one I made for my Zelt band. Right, quickly get the stuff in that I need to get in. And bring you in, guys. Ooh. Hey. Man, whew. Man, that was a close shave. I've got a big massive pair of waterproof trousers and a big jacket on anyway, and a thermal top, so yeah, I'm absolutely sweltered. On the way up as well, I ran into a bit of trouble because the chain came off the cassette. It does it quite a lot on this electric bike. I mean, I've had it serviced, I've had a new cassette put on it, and a new chain, but I don't know whether it's something with electric bike. It's like if you're going really fast and then, you know, you're coming to traffic lights, you know, obviously you're slowing down a wee bit, but then you're dropping the gears, because I can't take off in top gear. I need to go into the lowest gear to take off, because I've got to jump off the bike. Not jump off the bike, but you know, put my feet down, I've got to come off the saddle and stand astride it. So I like to be able to take off easily in a low gear. And sometimes when I do that, when I've been going too fast or whatever, or back pedals, I don't know. But anyway, the chain slips off, and it goes down the edge of the cassette, and it's dead annoying. So I had to quickly jump off the bike, take stuff out the basket, turn it upside down, fix it. That was a proper pain in the neck. But hey ho, we're here now. It didn't add too much on, it just, you know, delayed me for a wee bit. Yeah. I might just relax for 5 minutes. The rain might not come to anything. It did go off again, because it was absolutely pelting just before I left the house, and then it went off again. It's only 20 to 2, so timing wise not doing too bad. That wee door at the other side actually does make a slight bit of difference. I mean, I know there's a big gap in it, but it does make a wee bit of difference. I really recommend this tarp for anybody that's looking for a really good decent sized tarp, because it does have so many tie outs on it. They're really strong, and it's absolutely massive. I mean, it's the same size as the DD tarp that I've got, but for some reason, I don't know, it just feels really roomy. But then I've not had a DD tarp out for a while, so maybe it's 6.5 a dozen. I mean, it must be. They're the same size. They're both 3x3 tarps. But yeah, fairly windy. So apologies if there is a lot of wind noise on the recording. If that is the case, then I do edit it in the software that I use, which is a program called Adobe Roo. That's part of the Adobe Professional Suite that you can buy online. It's expensive, but there's different options, you know, depending on what you want. And my son uses it anyway for his photography work, so yeah, so I use that as a fairly, it's not the most professional suite they've got. They have got another one, Premiere, which is you know, even more fancy. But the other one does me. Sometimes I use iMovie, but iMovie's not that great, to be honest. The options are fairly limited. Like the sound correction and all that, you can do this in the Adobe. You can't do that in the iMovie. So that's one of the things. But yeah, anyway, that's us here in the woods, guys. So lunch today, I've got the BCB Mark II Crusader kit with me, and I'm going to heat up some hearty chicken soup with a roll, crusty roll. I thought it'd be nice to have something warm because it's absolutely freezing. One day, rainy, winter. Right, I'll give you another wee look around, guys. I made a couple of modifications there. So what I've done is I've put a couple of bungees and just hooked this part of the tarp onto that trucker hitch there, just to give that a bit more tension in the front. So I've tensioned up the front, and I've also tensioned up the back here, doing the same kind of thing, just using a bungee and the wee homemade loop thing that I have, which I've also got one in the door there just to keep the door shut. So you can see that's what it looks like there, just to give it a wee bit more tension and solidity, because it is very, very, very windy today. But yeah, it's really quiet here today. I mean, normally there's a lot more people out walking their dogs, but it is a pretty miserable day. It's cold and wet and grey and horrible. There's the sky up there. I don't know what the temperature is. I'll check it and then I'll let you know. But yeah, let's get lunch started, because I'm kind of hungry, but I'm also kind of cold, so that'll hopefully heat me up. Right, let's go. I was going to take my waterproof trousers off when I got here, but yeah, I don't think I'll bother. It's given an extra layer of insulation, and I'm going to have to put them back on anyway to cycle back down the road. My battery's a bit flat on the way up, but it's not too bad on the way back because it's mostly downhill. There's only one big hill that I need to get up, and I can always stop and push the bike up if the battery's that bad. After that, it's like pretty much, you know, downhill all the way and then flat to the house, so it's fine. It'll be fine. The battery always goes a bit lower. It always registers a bit low when you're going up a hill anyway, when you're going quite slow. Now I'm crossing my fingers that bungee cord doesn't ping off, because if it does, I'll get a serious eye injury. Maybe that's another accident waiting to happen. Anyway, who knows? You do these things at the time, and then afterwards you're like, that was stupid, you could have seen that coming. Hopefully it'll be okay. I thoroughly recommend, you know, for anybody that's watching my channel and thinks, oh, that looks like I'd really like to do that, but I'm frightened, or oh, I've not got the confidence, or oh, I don't have a clue what to do, or I don't have any kit. Well, my advice to you is just get out there and do it. You don't need expensive kit. Yes, I have a lot of kit that I've bought in the 2 years that I've been doing this. You don't need it. It's extra. And it's just a bit of fun. You know, and if you can afford it, then, you know, that's a luxury that you have in life. But if you don't, if you want to just go out and start with the minimum, and that's how I started my channel. If you look way back to my very first video, you'll notice that I've got hardly any kit with me. I couldn't get a fire lit for toffee, and that was a nightmare. And I've learned and I've practiced over the years, using the ferro rod, trying to get dry tinder and, you know, birch bark and all that. And so I have learned a lot over the years, and it's been such good fun. And I really enjoy coming out into nature and relaxing. You know that I like to earth myself, which is a cold, damp experience in Scotland in the winter, but you know, it brings you back to that connection with yourself, and that's what it's about. And I don't care if anybody laughs at me. And I don't care if anybody watches my videos and watches my channel and thinks, she's no doing bushcraft at all. Well, you know what? I don't care. I do this for me, I enjoy it, and yeah, I really recommend it for everybody. So, you know, buy a £2 tarp out the next pound shop you're in, buy a bit of rope, you know. But more than anything, the one piece of kit, and I'm going to give this a plug, this BCB kit. Now, you don't need the full kit, but see just the stove and the fire dragon gels, they are absolutely brilliant for starters, for beginners, because they work every time, they never fail. You'll always get a 20-minute heat out of them to cook something. And when you're out in the woods in the cold and the rain, it's nice to have something hot. It's nice to be able to start a fire, and they'll always do the job. And I just think they're really worth it. And I think you can get the old, there's a Mark 1, this is the Mark 2 I've got. There is a Mark 1 kit, and the Mark 1 kit's probably cheaper. The stove's slightly different, but it's the same principle as the Mark 2. So, but as you know, I got this Mark 2 kit for my Christmas from my son, and it all fits in that lovely wee bag, which is great. Right, looks like the rain's going to try and come on, so I'll try and get this lit. After her saying, you know, it's fail-proof. Cup. It's only raining lightly at the moment, which you can probably hear. Now, one thing I think I might have forgotten is a spoon. Which is the old traditional swan vestas. Love them. The gel. Some hand gel and wipes. It's only a light rain at the moment, so should be okay. We should be good. And I've got more than one with me if I need it. And this is what I'm having. Hearty roast chicken and traditional vegetables. Yorkshire provender. Bought it out of the shop, don't know what it's like. I've never had it before, but it sounded nice. And I've got a wee cheese roll. And you need gloves, you need decent gloves to handle this sometimes, because sometimes it gets hot. Now I'll look and see if I have got my cutlery in here, I don't know. I think I took it out to wash it and I probably never put it back in. Let's see if there's anything in it. It's probably a knife. Yeah, I've got a fork and a tiny teaspoon. So I've got my wee tiny teaspoon that I carved. I might need to use that. It's fine, I'm having it in a cup, I think. And that looks nice. Yeah, the only thing it doesn't come with is a lid. There is a plastic lid that you can buy for it, but I don't know, I've seen mixed reviews about it, but I don't know, I might get it. Right, give that 15-20 minutes, guys. I'll bring you back. Right, so I think that's it going out. Yeah, so that's it out. So I'm going to test the soup and see how hot it is. With my tiny spoon. It's really not bad at all. It's really not that bad at all, but that wee gel cube was keeping me warm as well. It was a wee tiny bit of heat, so I am actually going to put another one on. I really don't need it. The soup is warm enough to eat. But yeah, I'm having another one on it because I can. Got some sea salt and black pepper croutons as well. I'll put some of them in it. The rain's getting a wee bit more persistent now. Crikey. That's nice. I'm going to swap it into the plastic cup because that cup's too hot to drink out of, obviously. As I've not got a proper spoon. Oh man, look at that. Woohoo! That'll heat you up. Right, put that over there. Put some croutons in. There we go, guys. Happy canteen cup. That's nice. Lots of really stringy bits of chicken in it. Going to take my wet wicket through with this tiny teaspoon. Anyway, looks like we might have a bit of a wet takedown, but because I've got the basket on my bicycle, I can put the tarp in that without having to put it in my bag all wet, which will be good. Right, I'll tuck into this soup, guys, and bring you back. Well, that's me, guys. I'm all packed up. Managed to get a fairly dry takedown quite while I was ahead. Yeah, you can't hang about for too long because it is too cold, and without a fire and, you know, proper stuff like blankets and that to keep you warm, you could easily get hypothermia. You know, you start to lose the feeling in your toes, you start to lose the feeling in your fingers, and so you do need to be careful in these situations, and that's why I'm all packed up. It's 20 past 3. Probably still got another couple of hours of daylight left, but yeah, there's no point in hanging around getting too cold. So no trace left behind, everything's packed up in the bike. I've kept the tarp in the front basket because it's going to need hung out anyway. It definitely goes in its stuff sack a lot easier than the DD tarp though, definitely. So there we go. Thanks again for watching my channel. I really appreciate all your views and comments, guys. As always, I'm just an urban girl out having a bit of fun.